Well, good morning, church. We find ourselves today starting 2 Thessalonians. We're in chapter 1, and just a few verses kind of pop out to me today and has everything to do with what we talked about yesterday in a lot of ways. Paul says in verse 3 of chapter 1, "We ought always to give thanks to God for you, brothers, as is right, because your faith is growing abundantly, and the love of every one of you for one another is increasing." That's verse 3. Now think about that. We're giving thanks because your faith is growing. It's growing abundantly. It's exploding, this faith in God, faith in their Savior. You know, there's a lot of ways that God grows faith. We grow our faith in getting into the Word like we're doing each and every day through these devotionals. But faith here is going to grow in another way. When Paul says we're going to give thanks to God always for you, he goes, because this is right. And the reason why your faith is growing abundantly, he says this in verse 4. "We boast about you in the churches of God for your steadfastness and faith." And here it is. This is how their faith is growing. "In all your persecutions and in the afflictions that you are enduring." This is not the way we want our faith to grow. We would rather our faith grow in a real linear line, and that each and every day we read a verse, we have our prayers, and we sense God's presence. But it's through the testing of our faith. It's through the afflictions. It's through the persecutions. It's through the down times that come into our lives that God uses to strengthen us and to show us that we're growing. And it says that not only that we need to give thanks to God, but we also see that because of these things in our lives, that how important the church is, and that the love of every one of you for one another is increasing. You see, this is something that we all have in common within the church, is that we all experience bad things. We all experience explosions in our life. We all experience refinement times in our life. And so when you walk in the door of the church, especially the church at Liberty Park, we are aware that there are stories of heartache and victory, yes, but a lot of heartache, a lot of pain. And through that, God has refined us to be more like Him. So let's thank God for one another, that we have one another to walk with each other. But let's thank God for those tough times and how much deeper we know Him because of them. God bless you. Have a great day.